My beloved child pours right here. Something has just shifted in your timeline. You felt it, didn't you? That subtle tremor in your chest. That unexplainable pull toward this very moment. This is not random. This is not coincidence. There are exactly 7 minutes in front of you that can redirect the path you thought was already written. Your soulmate knows something about you. And it is not what you think. Stay with me for a little longer, because what they confessed is not about your past mistakes, not about your flaws, not about anything dark or destructive. It is about your destiny. You see, while you were busy doubting yourself, questioning your worth, replaying conversations in your head, your soulmate was watching from a different level of awareness. They noticed the pattern you couldn't see, the quiet strength you dismiss, the leadership you hide, the light you keep dimmed so others won't feel uncomfortable. What if I told you the terrifying truth they discovered is this: you are far more powerful than you allow yourself to be. Let that sink in. The reason this realization shook them, the reason they hesitated before confessing, is because once you awaken to your own magnitude, everything changes. Relationships shift. Opportunities appear, old versions of you dissolve, and that kind of transformation, it's intense. They've seen the moments where you almost stepped into your next level and then pulled back. They've watched you shrink yourself in rooms you were meant to lead. They've sensed your intuition whispering answers before logic could speak. Your soulmate knows you are standing at the edge of a breakthrough. But here is the part that startled them: you don't realize it yet. 7 minutes. That's how close you are to understanding the confession they've been holding inside. Not 7 minutes on a clock, 7 minutes of awareness, 7 minutes of truth, 7 minutes of listening without distraction. Don't scroll away, you might miss the turning point. They confessed that your greatest fear is not failure, it is success. Real, undeniable, life-altering expansion. Because success demands visibility, and visibility demands courage. Ask yourself quietly, why do you hesitate when opportunity knocks? Why do you downplay your achievements? Why do you wait for permission that never comes? Your soulmate sees the version of you that has already stepped forward. They feel it. They sense the timeline where you stop shrinking and start claiming, and it both excites and unsettles them. Because once you rise, nothing will remain ordinary. Stay with this message: something huge is waiting for you. This is not about romance alone. This is about alignment. The reason your soulmate feels urgent, the reason their confession carries weight, is because they understand that destiny does not wait forever. Windows open. Windows close. Right now yours is open. The terrifying truth: they know. You are one decision away from becoming unrecognizable in the best possible way. Imagine that. One decision, one shift in posture, one moment of saying yes instead of maybe. Feel the energy building. We are only at the beginning. And what unfolds next will make their confession undeniable proof that your destiny is already moving toward you. Wait till the final moment, you will understand everything. Close your eyes for a second and feel the weight of what is about to be revealed. Your soulmate did not confess lightly. They didn't speak from impulse. They spoke after observing you in silence. Watching how you react when things almost work out, how you retreat when life begins to accelerate. And here is what unsettled them. They realized you are subconsciously preparing for a smaller future than the one designed for you. Yes, that is the truth that startled them. They've seen how you negotiate with your own potential. How you say this is enough, when deep inside you know you are built for more. They feel the friction between who you are now and who you are meant to become, and that friction, it's growing stronger. Stay a little longer, because this is where everything shifts. Your soulmate confessed that every time you doubt yourself, the timeline slows. Every time you hesitate, destiny pauses, not because it disappears, but because it is waiting for your consent. Think about that. What if the only thing standing between you and the life you imagine is your willingness to fully accept it? They are not afraid of your weaknesses. They are not afraid of your past. What unsettles them is your untapped intensity, the way you think differently, the way you sense patterns others miss, the way you carry a quiet authority without trying. They know that once you embrace that power, your environment will have to adjust. Relationships will recalibrate. Conversations will deepen. The ordinary will feel too small. And they wonder, will you choose expansion, or will you choose comfort? Don't drift away right now. You're approaching the core of their confession. Your soulmate said something that changed everything. If they ever see themselves the way I see them, nothing will be able to limit them. Read that again in your mind. They see a version of you that is already victorious, already aligned, already standing tall in a reality that feels distant to you now but is closer than you think. This is why these 7 minutes matter. Because awareness compresses time. The moment you recognize your own magnitude, the delay disappears. Let me ask you something quietly. What if the fear you feel isn't a warning but a signal of growth? What if the intensity in your chest isn't anxiety but expansion knocking? Your soulmate confessed that they feel your breakthrough approaching. They sense a shift in your energy like the calm before a powerful transformation. It excites them, it moves them. But it also makes them realize they must step up too. Because once you evolve, you won't resonate with the old version of anything. Stay till the end of this part because something important is aligning. If this message is stirring something inside you, if you feel seen in ways you cannot explain, share your thoughts in the comments. Let the energy circulate. And if this resonates deeply, subscribe so you don't miss what unfolds next. Not as an obligation but as a commitment to your own awakening. Now listen carefully. The terrifying truth isn't about loss. It's about acceleration. Your soulmate knows that once you decide to trust your intuition fully, the next chapter begins immediately. No more rehearsing. No more waiting for signs. You become the sign. And that realization, it changes destiny. But we are not finished yet. Because what they confessed next will make you realize that these 7 minutes are not just symbolic. They are activated. Before you go anywhere, breathe. The next revelation will connect every piece. Right now something invisible is locking into place. You may not hear it. You may not see it. But you can feel it, that quiet intensity rising beneath your calm. This is the moment your soulmate was trying to prepare you for. Their final confession was not whispered in fear, it was spoken in urgency. Not panic, clarity. Because they realize something profound about you that even you have not admitted to yourself. You are at a crossroads disguised as an ordinary week. 7 minutes to save your destiny was never about a ticking clock. It was about awareness reaching critical mass. The second you recognize your own power, the future reorganizes around you. And here is what they know. You are about to be tested not by loss, not by chaos, but by opportunity. Yes, an opportunity so aligned, so precise that it will demand a version of you that no longer hides. A door will open, a conversation will unfold, an idea will ignite, and in that moment the old pattern will whisper, play it safe. Your soulmate confessed that this is the exact instant that determines everything. Will you shrink or will you expand? Pause here. Feel that question. Because they have seen how you react when something big approaches. You overthink. You analyze. You delay. Not because you are incapable, but because you sense the magnitude of what stepping forward would mean. Once you say yes to your next level, there is no returning to smallness. Stay a little longer. This is where destiny sharpens. Your soulmate knows that you carry a future that impacts more than just your own life. The way you speak. The way you create. The way you think differently, it influences people quietly, even when you don't notice. And that is why this realization felt terrifying to them. Not because of danger, but because once you awaken fully, You become unstoppable in the most grounded, focused way. You stop asking for validation. You stop chasing reassurance. You move with certainty. Imagine that version of you, calm, clear, committed. Your soulmate confessed they are both inspired and challenged by who you are becoming. They understand that loving you means evolving alongside you. Because the next chapter of your life will not tolerate stagnation. And here is the final truth that connects everything you already know. Deep down, beneath doubt and hesitation, you feel that something significant is about to shift. That intuitive nudge, that restless excitement, that sudden clarity when you least expect it, it's the signal. 7 minutes of awareness have brought you here to the edge of decision. The destiny you want is not waiting somewhere far away. It is waiting for alignment inside you. Before you leave this message, ask yourself one final question: if not now, when? Your soulmate's confession was never about exposing a weakness. It was about reminding you of your magnitude. They see your rise before it becomes visible. They sense your breakthrough before it is announced, and now you do too. The next move is yours. Listen closely, this is the part where everything becomes undeniable. You've felt the build up, the tension, the awareness sharpening inside you. But now the energy shifts from realization to action. Your soulmate's confession did not end with observation. It ended with certainty. They said the moment they decide, the world around them will rearrange. Let that echo inside you. Because destiny is not a distant destination, it is a reaction to a decision. And you are standing in the exact space where your next decision determines the scale of your future. Stay with this. This is the turning point. Your soulmate knows something that once felt terrifying, not because it carried darkness, but because it carried magnitude. They know that you are about to outgrow your current reality. Yes, outgrow the limitations you've normalized. Outgrow the doubts you've rehearsed. Outgrow the comfort that quietly holds you back. And growth, even beautiful growth, can feel intense. You may notice it already. Certain conversations feel smaller than before. Certain environments feel tighter. Certain ambitions suddenly feel too modest. That is not confusion, that is evolution. Your soulmate confessed that they can sense the acceleration, the subtle upgrades in your thinking. The way your intuition has become louder. The way you pause before responding, as if you are measuring your words against a higher standard. You are changing. And here is the revelation that seals it. The 7 minutes were not a countdown to danger. They were a countdown to clarity. Clarity about who you are. Clarity about what you deserve. Clarity about the level you are ready to step into. Once clarity arrives, hesitation loses power. Feel that. This is why your soulmate felt urgency. Because when you finally step into your full awareness, the dynamic between you shifts too. They must meet you at that new level. They must expand with you. Love becomes deeper. Communication becomes sharper, alignment becomes intentional, and destiny becomes visible. Before this message ends, pause and notice the shift inside you. Something has clicked, a subtle confidence, a quiet certainty. If this journey has stirred something meaningful in you, share it in the comments, not for attention, but for alignment. And subscribe if you're ready to continue stepping into the next level of awareness together. This space exists for growth, and you belong in it. Now hear this final truth clearly. You were never in danger of losing your destiny. You were only in danger of underestimating it. Your soulmate's confession was a mirror reflecting back the power you carry, the expansion waiting for your consent, the future already leaning toward you. 7 minutes of awareness have brought you here. The next chapter begins the moment you decide it does, and you are ready. Wait before you move on. Feel this shift in the air. Something irreversible has just activated. Not outside you, inside you. Your soulmate sensed this moment long before you did. They felt the subtle reconfiguration of your energy, the way your thoughts have become sharper, the way your standards have quietly risen. the way you no longer tolerate what once felt acceptable. And here is what they confessed next: you don't realize how close you are. Close to what? Close to the version of yourself that no longer negotiates with destiny. Stay a little longer, because this is the revelation that changes everything. You thought the terrifying truth was something hidden about your past. But no. It is about your future moving faster than your comfort zone can handle. Your soulmate knows that the next opportunity approaching you will require decisiveness. No more overanalyzing. No more waiting for perfect timing. The window will open, and it will not stay open forever. Not as a threat, as a test of readiness. Feel your heartbeat for a moment. There is anticipation there, a subtle knowing. That is because you have already outgrown the version of yourself who hesitates endlessly. You can sense it. The internal dialogue has changed. You question yourself less. You observe more. You feel stronger in silence. This is not coincidence. This is alignment unfolding in real time. Your soulmate confessed that loving you feels like standing next to a rising force. They see your discipline forming. They see your vision clarifying. They see you becoming someone who no longer waits to be chosen because you choose yourself. And that realization, it shifts everything between you. Because when you elevate, the connection either deepens or dissolves. But here is the powerful truth: they are choosing to rise with you. That is why the confession carried urgency. They do not want to be left behind by your evolution. They want to stand beside you when your breakthrough becomes visible. 7 minutes ago you were uncertain. Now, there is clarity. You understand that destiny is not fragile. It does not need saving from external forces. It only requires internal agreement. Agreement that you are ready. Agreement that you are capable. Agreement that you will no longer shrink for comfort. Pause here. Imagine the next 30 days of your life if you move with that certainty. The conversations you will have. The opportunities you will recognize. The confidence that will radiate naturally. This is what your soulmate sees, and this is why their confession felt intense. Not because something is ending, but because something expansive is beginning. Before this message concludes, ask yourself one final question. What decision have I been postponing that I already know the answer to? There it is, that quiet answer inside you. That is your destiny knocking. Your soulmate does not fear your shadows, they respect your light. They know that once you fully embrace it, the future accelerates in ways that feel almost surreal yet completely aligned. And now so do you. The next chapter is not approaching. It has already begun. Right here at this exact breath, the final layer reveals itself. You've traveled through awareness, through realization, through clarity. But now comes the part your soulmate understood before you did. Integration. Because knowing your power is one thing. Living from it is another. Your soulmate confessed that the moment you stop treating your potential like a theory and start treating it like identity, everything aligns faster than you imagined. Not magically, not instantly, but inevitably. Feel that word, inevitably. They said once they decide who they are, the world won't argue, and that is the truth that once felt overwhelming to them. Because your evolution does not whisper, it recalibrates environments. It raises expectations, it shifts dynamics. The version of you that is emerging does not chase approval. It commands respect simply by being clear. Stay with this final unfolding. The 7 minutes were symbolic of awakening. But what happens after awakening? Action without drama, confidence without noise, growth without announcement. Your soulmate sees that you are entering a season where you no longer seek signs. You become the sign. People will sense something different in your posture. In your tone, in your decisions. You will speak less but mean more. And here is what seals the confession completely. They are not afraid of losing you. They are afraid of underestimating you. Let that settle. Because the version of you that is rising does not beg for alignment. It attracts it. It does not shrink in the presence of opportunity. It steps forward with measured certainty. Imagine waking up tomorrow and acting from that version of yourself immediately. No hesitation. No overthinking, just grounded, intentional movement. That is the timeline your soulmate has already seen. And here is the quiet, undeniable truth: you felt this shift before this message ever began, that restlessness. That sense that something is about to change. That subtle dissatisfaction with average outcomes. It wasn't frustration. It was preparation. Your destiny was never fragile. It was waiting for recognition. 7 minutes of awareness have done their work. The confession has been decoded. The terrifying secret has transformed into empowerment. Now there is only one question left: will you honor the version of yourself that has been revealed? Not tomorrow, not someday. Now, because destiny does not require saving from external forces. It requires commitment from within. And your soulmate already believes you are ready. The next move belongs to you. Stop for a moment and notice how different you feel compared to the beginning. Something inside you is quieter now, stronger, more certain. This is where the confession completes its circle. Your soulmate didn't reveal that terrifying truth to shake you. They revealed it because they realized something extraordinary. You are not waiting for destiny. Destiny is waiting for you to act like yourself. Let that land. All this time you thought the pressure was coming from outside, from timing, from circumstances, from other people's expectations. But your soulmate sees the deeper truth. The only delay has been your hesitation to fully trust who you already are. And now that hesitation is dissolving. Stay here with me for this final layer. They confess that whenever you doubt yourself, they can feel it immediately. Not because you say it, but because your energy shifts. You shrink your dreams in conversation. You soften your ambitions. You act as if your vision is too much. But they know it's not too much, it's exactly right. What unsettled them wasn't your weakness. It was the realization that once you stop shrinking, nothing will be able to contain your momentum. You are not meant for half measures. You are not meant for diluted goals. You are not meant for playing small to stay comfortable. And here is the part that seals everything: your soulmate believes in your future more confidently than you do. Imagine loving someone and seeing their greatness so clearly that you feel urgency for them to wake up to it. That is what this confession has been about: not fear, awareness, not saving something fragile, activating something powerful. 7 minutes ago you were searching for answers. Now you are standing in clarity. You understand that the terrifying truth was simply this: if you ever fully step into your power, your entire life will accelerate. Opportunities will feel magnetized. Connections will deepen. Decisions will become cleaner. And you will look back at this version of yourself with gratitude, because this was the moment you stopped hesitating. Before this journey closes, ask yourself quietly: what would my life look like if I trusted myself completely for the next 90 days? See it. Feel it. That future is not distant, it is responsive. It reacts to the level of belief you carry today. Your soulmate's confession was never about control. It was about alignment. They are ready to meet you at your highest level. The question is no longer whether destiny can be saved. The question is whether you will claim it. And deep down you already know the answer. Breathe in slowly, because what you are about to realize will feel almost surreal. This is no longer about what your soulmate knows. This is about what you now know. The confession was a catalyst, a spark. A mirror placed directly in front of you so you could finally see the version of yourself that has been forming beneath the surface for months, maybe years. Your soulmate sensed it first. The quiet upgrades in your thinking. The way you no longer react the same way to small problems. The way your patience has deepened. The way your ambition has matured. You are not who you were. And they feel the acceleration. Here is the truth they held back until now. They see you stepping into a leadership role in your own life, not loud, not dramatic, but decisive. They see you setting boundaries without guilt. They see you choosing opportunities that once intimidated you. And that transformation, it changes the dynamic between you. Because once you become certain, love becomes intentional. No more chasing clarity. No more wondering where you stand. No more shrinking to maintain comfort. Stay with this final expansion. Your soulmate confessed that they once feared losing you to your own greatness, not because you would leave them, but because your growth would demand a higher level of partnership. And now, they are ready to rise with you. That is the beautiful twist in this story. The terrifying secret was never a warning, it was a preview of who you are becoming. And here is the part you must understand clearly: destiny is not something that happens to you. It responds to you. The energy you carry in the next few days will determine the doors that open. The confidence you embody will influence the conversations you attract. The clarity you hold will shape the opportunities you recognize. 7 minutes began as awareness. Now it becomes embodiment. Before you move forward, ask yourself one final, grounded question. What behavior must I release immediately to match the future I want? You already know the answer. It's subtle, it's simple, but it's powerful. Your soulmate's confession has done its work. It awakened you. It revealed the truth you were circling around. You are not fragile. You are forming. And the version of you that steps into tomorrow will not look for destiny. They will move like destiny has already chosen them. Because it has. There is one final truth, and it is simpler than you expected. Not dramatic. Not overwhelming. Just clear. Your soulmate's confession was never about a secret that could harm you. It was about a truth that could free you. All along, the terrifying thing they knew about you was this: you are capable of transforming your entire trajectory. The moment you decide to stop doubting yourself, that's it. No hidden danger, no shadow waiting, no countdown to loss, just a realization so powerful that it reshapes everything. Stay with me for this closing moment. Think about who you were at the start of this message. Curious, maybe uncertain, maybe expecting something external to be revealed. But what was revealed instead? You, your potential, your hesitation, your magnitude. Your soulmate sees you as someone standing at the edge of expansion. They feel that your decisions are becoming sharper. Your tolerance for mediocrity is shrinking. Your self-awareness is increasing. And that growth changes timelines, because destiny is not a single event. It is a series of aligned decisions made by a version of you who trusts themselves. Right now, in this very second, you are closer to that version than ever before. You can feel it in your posture, in your breathing, in the quiet confidence building beneath the surface. This was never about saving your destiny from collapse. It was about saving it from delay. Your soulmate confessed because they didn't want you to waste another cycle underestimating yourself. They wanted you to see what they see: a person on the verge of stepping into something significant, not someday. Soon, very soon. And here is the final integration: nothing external needs to change first. You don't need permission. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need reassurance. You need decision. 7 minutes ago you were observing this message. Now you are embodying it. Your soulmate knows the truth. You are ready. The only thing left is to act like it. And when you do, you will realize that destiny was never something you had to chase. It was something waiting for you to claim it. And now we arrive at the silence after revelation. Not the kind of silence that feels empty, but the kind that feels powerful. Everything has been said. Everything has been uncovered. The confession is complete. Your soulmate knows something about you that once felt overwhelming. You are not ordinary in your direction. You are not casual about your future. You are not built for a life that stays small. And the moment you truly accept that, your destiny stops feeling distant. It becomes responsive. Look back at this journey. You began with curiosity. You moved through awareness. You confronted hesitation. You stepped into clarity. And now you stand in ownership. The 7 minutes were never about time running out. They were about time waking up. Because once awareness is activated, delay loses its power. Your soulmate confessed because they could see what you were refusing to see, that your next chapter is not waiting for permission. It is waiting for alignment, and alignment begins internally. When you stop negotiating with your worth, when you stop shrinking your vision, when you stop delaying decisions you already understand. This is the final truth. Destiny is not saved by fear. It is claimed by confidence. Your soulmate doesn't fear losing you. They respect the force you are becoming. They know that the version of you emerging right now will make cleaner choices, speak with greater certainty, and move with intention instead of hesitation. Feel the difference inside you compared to the beginning. That shift, that calm strength, that quiet clarity, that is destiny being claimed. Before we close, take one breath and make one silent decision. Something small but real, something aligned, something that proves to yourself that you are no longer postponing your expansion. That is how transformation begins. If this journey resonated with you, if you felt seen, challenged, awakened, share your reflection below. Let your voice be part of this momentum. And subscribe if you are ready to continue stepping into your highest timeline, one revelation at a time. Your soulmate already believes in the future you are stepping into. Now it is your turn to believe in it too. The confession is complete. Your destiny is no longer waiting. It is moving with you.